hung up from the conference call.
Okay, we are live and we're waiting on our friends.
Okay.
Okay, and as soon as. All right. Hello, everybody. It is Truth Heals Hurt Tuesday, and you all are already coming in. So we had about a few more seconds, but we're going to go ahead and get started. Good evening, Cynthia. Good evening, Sharita. Good evening, Dewan. We are happy to have all of you on here tonight. Hey, Shakira. Hey, honey. I'm having to share with First Lady. They're saying hello to you. I'm sharing the post. Y'all get ready, get ready, get ready. Tonight is going to be a life-changing night. If you know how Truth Feels Hurt, how we do it over here, we come over here to be healed. We like walking in our anointing. So tonight I have author. She has a whole bunch of titles. Author, the latest one. Okay. Free to be me. All right. I like how this book does this right here, like glass or something. Let me put it closer so y'all can see it. We have author Felica in the house. We call her Reverend Felica because she is a minister. She does so much, y'all. As I begin to start thinking about, wow, like preacher, teacher. She has Wives Only, helping people to be better in their marriages. Amen. She has women's empowerment. I mean, it's just a lot. It's a lot. It's a whole lot. And that's what we're supposed to be. She is walking truly in the free to be me. Can y'all see my t-shirt? I'm rapping. I'm rapping. Yes, I see you. I see you. I had to have mine. Look, they're saying, talking to you. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Tonight, I want to shout out Stars and Skies because I won't shout out anybody else's business tonight. Stars and Skies travel with Nita on tonight. So we want to say hello to you, Nita. If you want to go to some trips and see some different things that you've never seen before, not the typical trips, you want to reach out to Stars and Skies. She has some amazing packages over there. So that's all the advertisement I'm going to do tonight because we're going to get on in. Yes, we have some lovely shirts. All right. Our first question for Rev Felica is, and we call her Free to Be Felica T. That's what we call her.
And who created that? I wonder.
Oh, look.
Who did?
Look.
You did.
Look, God is so good. Look, we was like, that's catchy. Now, some people say Free to Be Filicat, right?
Oh, my husband's coming in. Okay, yeah. Hey,
where did you come from? Look, well, some people say Filicat. What is it, Filicat or whatever? But it's Felica T.
It's Felica T.
Yeah, go on over there and follow her on the Facebook. You want to because she's an inspirational, motivational pusher. I'm telling you, she's a pusher. Tonight, she's going to wear the hat of Free to Be Guru. That's what I call her.
Okay.
She is the Free to Be Guru. So tonight, we're going to get free. Y'all ready? All right. First question, Reverend Felica.
Yes.
Talk to us about things that cause us not to be free.
Listen, the first thing that causes us not to be free is the opinion of others. We're so worried about what somebody else gonna think. Oh my goodness, am I gonna be able to fit into the mold that they want me to fit in? That's one of the places where I was stuck at. Growing up a preacher's kid, growing up in the church all the time, not wanting to become a first lady, not even wanting to become a preacher because I knew the stigmatism that came with it as far as wanting people to be a certain way and you having to fit into a certain mold. But I knew, like, I don't know how that mold is going to work for me because I might not fit into it. However, I tried it. That's how I know what it means to be free, because I tried fitting into the mold. The mold didn't work for me. It didn't fit. It didn't feel right. When I looked in the mirror, I didn't know who I was. I was like, who is she? Who has she become? I don't know her. She's not free.
Jesus.
So being in a place of bondage will definitely take your breath away, and it will definitely keep you bound and shackled, and you won't even know who you are when you look in the mirror.
That is the truth. That is the truth. When I first met Reverend Felica, I had gotten married. We moved to North Carolina, and I don't know where we were, but I remember leaving out of her office, and she said, "Free to be you. Be free to be you." That's what she was saying. I was like, "Well, what did that feel like?" like, like, why did she say that to me? Like, did she know something prophetically that? Because I promise you, for my whole entire life, I've lived like somebody else wanted me to live. I've been what somebody else wanted me to be. So that day when I met you, I told my mom, I said, I came all the way to North Carolina to hear those words, because I wasn't supposed to be a writer. I'm not supposed to be anything that God called me to be, just whatever everybody else wanted. So, yeah. So like you said, it's what people want of us.
Yeah.
Do. We don't know what our favorite colors are. We don't know what we like, shoes or don't like shoes. If we like our hair, if somebody else says they don't like our hair, we change.
That's it. And then you get stuck. So that's the first place, with pleasing people. The next place is being too hard on ourselves, because we're too busy looking at somebody else's window saying, well, they're doing this. No, but what has God called you to do? You get bound by trying to be in somebody else's lane.
Yeah.
You can stay free to be you when you're in the lane God called you to be in. You can have a great time living your life in your lane.
Yes.
Yes. It's called minding your own business. Who doesn't love that? Listen, my schedule, my life is busy enough. I can't be looking somewhere else, because I'm trying to keep up with what I got going on here. And it's hard. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking for a spot to take a break and get in the shade with some lemonade.
That's it.
So you have to do you. You have to do you. Okay. You got to be you. And sometimes you're not always going to be, I said this in one of my lives a couple of weeks ago, you're not always going to be everybody's cup of tea. They're not going to like your enthusiasm, your attitude, your authenticity. I get it all the time. You just doing too much. Calm down. Well, if I'm excited about life, I feel like everybody should be excited about life. That's how I know. But sometimes it's not like that. Sometimes it's not like that. So I'm okay that it's okay for me that I'm too much for some people. That I receive that. That's okay for me. And I was at a point in my life where I didn't receive that. I dialed myself back because I was afraid to be me, because I was afraid I wasn't going to be received in certain arenas.
Yes.
And so when I realized that those arenas that don't receive me, I don't need to be in them anyway. Now that's a freeing moment right there. Free. You can get your own life.
Yes. And you know what? Most of the time, the people that give us these requirements don't even know what they want.
Right. But because you know your direction, then they're gonna come on your lane and define your direction.
Right.
You doing too much. You can't. No, you got to stop right there. They pull out their stop sign for you.
And see, I'm like most of the people that's in this group. I'm too much. I'm too gifted, too talented. And I'm like, I didn't give myself this stuff.
Right.
Like they used to say to me, Sister Gooden, you need to calm down some, like you said, or belittle what you're doing, make it real small. And then have you feeling like, well, maybe I should. One lady told me one time on Reverend Felica, she said that I was the master of many, but what was it? Wait, I got to get it right. It'll come to me. But she was trying to be funny.
The shade throw, like the ones that really try to throw the shade, but somewhere they end up falling in the ditch over there somewhere. Because
jack of all trades, master at none. That's what she said.
Oh, there you go.
So I was like, what?
Really?
You just do too much. You praise dance, you do this, you do that. So when like I said, when I met you that first time and you said, just be free to be you. And I promise you, that was life-changing for me. So to see you have this right here now, to see that this right here now is helping some other people and changing some lives. It's y'all, if you don't have the book, you need to go get it. Reverend Felica, hold up yours, because mine is hidden up against this green screen. I'm gonna try.
Let me tell you. I'm still getting thank you cards. I got my thank you cards on my desk because I still have some low days too. And I like to pick up my thank you cards and read them from people. I keep them. I have a box at my desk that has my thank you cards in them. And so I put them in there because there's a time when I have a little chest of thank you cards. I open that chest and I read the thank you cards and the letters that I received from the book being birthed that took a while.
Wow. Look. We've been talking about it a long time. Yes. Okay, look. So if we are free indeed through Christ, then why don't we live that way?
We don't live that way because, first of all, we're scared of failure. Okay. We want to live that way, but we're afraid that if we do live the way we're thinking God is leading us, then we're going to fail. Okay. When we don't see the next step, we tend to be afraid to take it. However, God never asks us to see from A to Z, right? But we know that those letters in between, he already took care of that.
Amen.
We know he's the beginning and the end. He's the first and the last. But he didn't tell us to worry about the in-between.
Yeah.
He got the beginning and he got the end. Why should we worry about the in-between?
Yes.
He's in control of all of it. You know? And so we get caught up in what if I try and what if I fail? Right? But I feel like it's in your failure that you learn the most. Yeah. It's in being resilient that you learn the most. How do you handle that difficult situation? How do you handle being in a difficult place? How do you handle that stressful time that's going on? How do you handle that adversity? How do you handle the loss? How do you get through that? You get through that by being resilient. And you have to be resilient in order to go forward. Otherwise, you can stay stuck. I stayed stuck for a very long time.
Me too.
And I hated where I was, but I didn't know how to get out of it. But the only way to get out of it is to identify it. Look yourself in the mirror and say, no, I don't know what I look like anymore. I have conformed to the world. I have conformed. I know the Bible tells us when in Rome, do as Rome. I get it. I get it. Be all things to all people. I get it. But when that changes the character and the essence of who God made you to be, you need to back up.
Yeah.
You need to back up. And you got to look in the mirror and recognize it. You got to admit it. Okay, I have become somebody that I don't know.
Right.
Because I have tried to be everything to everybody. And as women, we do it so easily all the time. Everything else comes first. Everybody else comes first. Who's on the list? Whose agenda? Who's this? And then guess what? We're stuck left in the corner tied. Crying, and you don't know what you're crying about. Well, you're crying and you're broke because you ain't done nothing for yourself.
Yes.
And how can you serve? I feel like, I'm in my family to serve my family, but I can't serve them if I'm down, if I'm weak, if I'm low. I can't serve them. So I have to realize sometimes that I got to retreat and take a mental break to rejuvenate my own self and my own mind so I can better serve them.
Amen.
I mean, that's what you need to do.
Look, so Sharika, Sha said, I'm sorry. Okay. It's got different people saying stuff. So Sha said, this is so true. So many have said, I'm too much when I sing. It can be traumatizing at times and make you not want to sing and do what you love.
Shy girl, I wish I could sing.
Girl, y'all ain't seen her. Look, y'all she real bad. When she real bad.
Girl, let me tell you, yes.
That's the reason why I look at the group. That's the reason. There are some people who are going to love you. I'm telling you, in spite of this country, look, they talk about my country, Southern slang, how I sound. You're never going to be a talk show person because you don't speak a certain way. I told y'all, people look all up in my mouth to see if my teeth straight. We
don't have a conversation about that one.
We did have one about that. Look,
no, I'm not going there tonight.
Look, so you just be like, you know what? I'm never going to please everybody. But guess what? As long as I'm pleasing God, as long as He is proud of me. Look, I have people who constantly, like Reverend Flick said, she got those thank you cards on that desk. In that box or wherever she's keeping those. And that is confirmation that somebody is being delivered. Somebody is receiving the message. I'm a fan, Shaw. So you know how that go. Yes, those of you that are saying you need to get a copy of the book, you do need to get a copy of the book. Let me say this right quick before we move to the next. Reverend Felica shows us how to be free to write, free to be healed, free to release fear and embrace faith. She's free to think. Everything in here is free. And I can't show it to y'all because again, my green screen.
It's all good.
Yeah, but free to mourn, free to find your place. Like, really, there is no reason for us not to be free. Whom the Son has set free is free indeed. Okay, so my next question is, does a person know when they are free, or is it like an afterthought? Like, are we just walking around here just thinking we good and we not good? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, you know what? Some situations will reveal to you where you've been free. And I say that in a book. It felt like once I got free in one area, I became bound in another. Like all of your freedom is not coming at once. When you feel like you have been free from pleasing people, right? Then that comparison spirit gonna come up. Well, guess what? Everybody likes her. I want everybody to like me. So you start to compare. And then you go right back to the people pleasing thing because you feel like in order for people to like you, you gotta be people pleasing. Well, the thing of the matter is, like I said, you're not gonna be everybody's cup of tea. But once you look in the mirror and recognize and see where you've been bound, you can't go back to that same type of bondage. Listen, like I posted today, we were born free, but we become hostages.
Amen.
We become hostages to all that. We become hostages and we become stuck in our past mistakes. The Bible tells us that when God forgives us, when we go to him and ask for forgiveness, he takes our sin and he throws it into the sea of forgetfulness, never to remember it again. But it's the accuser's voice that reminds us of it all the time and brings it back to our remembrance. But the Bible also says that there's therefore no condemnation to those that are in Christ Jesus. So I do realize that when the condemning words come, they're not coming from our Heavenly Father. They're coming from that way. And so those are things I need to stomp on.
Yes.
They're just like those, like Satan, like that slithering serpent that wanted to come and talk to Eve. Eve had to lower her standards in order to hear him because see, Eve was standing up. The serpent is on the ground. She had to down and listen to what he was trying to tell her. Oh, you're gonna be able to see, and you're gonna be able to do the same thing God does. That's why he's telling you that. He's such a deceiver and a trickster. And all the things that you are not, he's gonna try to magnify it in your life to make you think you are. And so, no, I'm not a failure. Yes, I make mistakes, but I don't have to stay in my past mistakes. I can be free to be me, even though I make mistakes.
Yes, and that is what I love about the Free to Be movement, because I can live my life no longer bound to the opinion or the rules and regulations of people who don't even know who they are, who don't even know who they are.
That's it. Stop lying.
That's it.
What?
That's it.
Just be who you are. And guess what? Hashtag truth heals hurt. Yes, it does. Because when you admit the truth, you don't have to be hurt anymore. No. You don't have to be bound anymore. Actually, you can forgive yourself first, and then you can forgive the people that hurt you. And there's no better freedom than doing that, because you can stay stuck in unforgiveness.
Yes.
You can stay stuck in unforgiveness, just like quicksand. You're trying to lift your feet up, and every time you're trying to move, it's pulling you back down with each time you try to make a step. And you know what? That's not where God wants us to be, because we can't help the kingdom if we're stuck in quicksand.
Amen. Amen. Look, what I found when I started this process of Free to Be Me, what I found was I kept saying, I got to find myself. I got to find myself. And the Holy Spirit had to speak to me and say, you were never lost. You were never lost, because I gave you opportunities. And like you said, when we have our mistakes, when we have our situations and things come up, it makes us feel like we got way off track and we lost ourselves somewhere. Actually, it helped me define myself.
That's good.
See who I am in God or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And so as I began to do the Free to Be Me, and this is before Reverend Felica. Now, this before this book. She had some other books, y'all. we were in a class, and I told her, I said, I was sitting in the class and she was teaching us, and the other people was talking about, well, I like to get my nails done, and I said, she's not talking about that. She's not talking about that materialistic stuff. She's talking about us coming into who God will have us to be. And so they were like, I like this style and I like that style. And I could tell when you were helping them, you was like, no, that's not what I'm trying to get y'all to see. Clothes don't define you. The way you look and dress and stuff, that doesn't define you. Like, are you really walking in where God will have you to walk? So how do you help somebody that is lost in their minds find out that they can use those flaws and things? You know what I'm saying? Use that stuff to be a better them.
Wonderful. I'm glad you asked that, because I've been working hard on this workbook that's going to come after us. It has a bunch of questions in it for you to walk through and ask yourself. And it has a bunch of activities that you're going to have to do for yourself to get through this by yourself. Because sometimes you can't get through stuff with everybody else. But this is what happened. When I was teaching those classes, how many years ago? 8. It's been a while. It's been a long time ago. But I was studying how to be free myself, right? And so that's why I began to study that. And I thought, let me teach this class, because I knew that the more I had to teach, the more I was going to study. So I began to study that and to try to walk through that on my own before I got to the class to teach. But it takes work. You know why? We can't conquer what we don't confront.
Amen.
We're not willing to look at ourselves in the mirror and see the flaw. If we think we don't have them, we do.
Amen.
We do. I'm learning how to ask God every day to decrease me and increase him. But what happens is sometimes we're too hard on ourselves because of the flaw. Now, God made us. He knows all about us. He knows when the mistakes are going to be made, and he knows every flaw. So we get stuck where we feel like we can't move forward from where we are. So the quote that I use from T.D. Jakes in my book, what brings you backwards, what pulls you back, actually springs you forward.
Amen.
That's the truth. It's the truth. Our letdowns are not going to spring us forward, but they are. When somebody walks away from a relationship, you think this is the end of your life. Oh God, I remember my first heartbreak. Jesus, I actually prayed, God, please, if I can't be in that relationship, I just want to die. How dumb. But I'm telling you, the very thing that lets you down the most, and you think you hit rock bottom, let me tell you, God is building something miraculous.
That's it.
It's going to come back so powerful. Like, everybody around you, all they can say is, that had to be God.
Yeah, man.
There's no way you could spring yourself so far forward from where you used to be. So yeah, okay, let some things pull you back. But as it's pulling you back, your healing is happening. Okay, you got a slingshot being pulled back, but you're getting healed with every drawback. And one thing is, when God lets that thing go, you're gonna be in the stratosphere somewhere. Okay.
Yes.
I'm so excited about that. I'm so excited. So yeah, as my husband had preached before, your letdown is just a setup for your comeback. Your comeback is about to be bad, baby. Okay. Okay.
Look, some of them are saying, repeating what you said, is quite a few that are saying we can't conquer what we don't confront. And that is what Truth is Hurt movement is about. That's how it ties in with Free to Be Me. Because you don't look at, like, I was so messed up from some of these relationships that I had. And I wanted to blame the man who didn't want to love me. And I wanted to blame the daddy who wasn't there. And I want to blame everybody. And what I said was, Princess, look at you. What is your real issue? What is the root of your problem, ma'am? Because we ain't going back and get all these people. We're not going back and wait and try to get an apology from all these people. And how are you going to take this and move on with your life? How are you going to deal with this? Because I had started, my favorite color is blue. If somebody else like red, I like red. If somebody else start saying something about their nails being a certain type of way, I need to get my nails like that. Like, I just did not have any sense of
who you were.
Right.
And like, see, sometimes we're so busy dating and courting men that we need to date ourselves and find out who we are first.
Okay.
No,
then you'll find out that you probably don't need to be with some of them.
Yes, that's it right there, girl. I'm telling you. Right, no, like some folks don't even know what they kind of ask you like, oh, whatever kind of my husband like, oh no, I don't like sunny side up. He can have them things. I want to scramble hard. Okay.
Because my husband like I'm running. I'll be like, oh, I can't do that. Your daughter Rainy said hello. She is speaking. All right, let me get my next question. You look, if y'all have some questions, y'all know y'all better put it on here because this hour goes by fast. We're already 5 minutes into this. Okay. How do we figure out how to walk in the freedom we have? We talked about self-love. So let's talk about because my crew, we like the steps, like some steps, something to do. And that helps us. Now we know the book is coming out, but some of these folks probably need this tonight, First Lady. So help us tonight. But just give us like a few things we can start practicing to get to know, I guess, ourselves.
Okay, well, first of all, I want you to get to know you. What are the things that you like? What do you love? Look in the mirror and figure out what makes you unique. What do you love about yourself? Because there's nothing in particular that you love about yourself, how can you expect the world or even, your spouse to love anything about you? Mm-hmm. So what are your unique qualities? What is it about you that sets you apart from everybody? What makes you different? What makes you you? And that is your power. Yes. Because nobody else has what you have. Mm-hmm. Nobody else can offer the world what you can offer the world. And so as you figure that out, as you write those things down, then you need to do something. You need to do at least 2 things every day to get to that place where you're trying to go. Mm-hmm. Don't you say, oh, I got a goal to do this, but you're not working towards it every day. Now, I learned that from Princess. You got to do a little bit every day. She's like, all right, writing. Okay, I'm not asking you to write a whole chapter in one day, but what I am asking you to do, give me 3 lines. Give me 3 lines of something.
A word.
I need something. You need to give me something. So you have to surround yourself with people that do that. Yeah. Listen, you can't be around deadbeat people that don't want to go anywhere and expect them to cheer you on. Expect them to push you. They're not gonna push you because they don't want to do nothing themselves.
Just look at you.
They're just not. They're just going to be like, well, that's what you're doing. Oh, okay, that's good for you. Okay, well, you ain't got to do the same thing, but good.
Or First Lady, or say to you, oh, you writing a book? Why are you doing that? what happened?
And what's that going to be about?
Yeah, all of that.
What?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. See, and then people will either come in my life and hang out with me, or they will come in my life and leave me. Now that I found myself, so I really don't have to put it out. I don't have to put anybody out because now they know if you tell Princess that you want to do something, she's going to push. And if you don't start moving, we're going to have some problems.
Well, so that's because some people want to stay where they are. Now, they will say they want this and that and the third. But when you say, okay, cool. Now, this is a sacrifice that you have to make to get to the first step. This is the sacrifice for the second step. And the third step, you're going to have to really, you're going to have to really step out in faith, and you're going to really have to take that third step when you don't see where it's taking you. Just put your one foot in front of the other. Mm-hmm. They don't want to do that. And if you do that, then there's something wrong with you. Like you doing too much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're doing too much if you do that. And that's not necessarily the truth. It's just that, I'm a girl with goals. So you get you some.
And I accomplished that. And now that I feel good about myself because I have accomplished that, then that's going to drive me to do more. I tell people, get to the finish line so you can feel the victory so that you'll want to feel that again. Like if you never experienced that, if you never typed the end to a book, you don't even know the joy. You know what I'm saying? Of that moment, or to like when you first got your box of books. If if you never get to that, you don't even know. You don't have a clue. You know what I'm saying? So
and this is where I was stuck because I felt like for a long time there was more I needed to put in here, right? And so I just kept holding on to it and holding on to it. And one Sunday, Sister Gooden came up to me and she said, "Are you done? I just need to know where you at. Are you done?" And I was like, "Oh, she make me sick." You know, in a good way, right?
Oh, no, I got it. I got this.
And so when I got home and I got to my desk and I looked at my computer, God said, "She's right. Release it. All the other things that I want you to write doesn't belong in here. They don't belong in here. You need to hold those for the next one. That does not belong in here." And I had to say, "But God, I'm afraid to let it go right now. I'm afraid." So then guess what happened? What happened? What happens? We the book is uploaded without the content page, right?
Right.
Now, when you look at the computer, you could see the content page. But it was uploaded without the content page because when I got the reader's copy, which is around here somewhere, right here, I got it right here because I worked through this for the workbook. I said, "Oh my goodness, there's no content page." I said, "It's got to come down. It cannot be on Amazon without the content page." Oh, I was going crazy, right? A little birdie said to me, "Now, when you gave birth to your daughter, you wrote about it in your book, that it was a possibility that she may have some birth defects. Remember, you wrote about that in your book." And I'm like, "Yeah." Well, listen, since God blessed you and blessed her not to be born with those things, this is your baby. And your baby was born with a little defect. You ain't giving your baby back. I said, "Oh, Jesus, what am I doing? Am I going to abandon my assignment?" Because that's what was in my head. Take it off. I got to take it off. You know? But a little birdie said, "You can't abort the baby. The baby's been born. The baby is breathing. The baby is alive. So don't abort it." So listen, don't let people put you in a corner because you made a mistake. You know what it says? I'm human, first of all. Too many of us try to be superheroes. We're not superheroes.
It don't work. It don't work.
There's no S on my chest except for this stop right here. Where is it? This side. That's it. I don't want to be a superhero. I don't want to feel like or make people think that I can do every single thing on my own. Because with God, I'm nothing. And I make some mistakes. So that was
Sharita said, "Note to self, I was born to be free. I must stop lying to myself and walk in my truth so I can heal even when it hurts, so I could truly be free to be me." Now you gonna work that, girl, honey.
Look at that. Y'all see that content page right there?
That's it.
Okay. There it is. It's in there. It was in there the whole time, but I don't know how. It was a glitch. Right? That's all we can explain. That's the only thing we can say. It was a glitch. But I had to be reminded that perfection is not in the cards for me. And perfection is not in the cards for you. So you don't have to be perfect to do the will of God for your life.
Amen. And then we gotta realize that we are looking at imperfect people when we're deciding what something should be like.
Yeah,
like I get so tickled at people who keep saying to me, "Well, it's supposed to be A, B, C, and D." If God didn't tell me to do A, B, C, and D, and He told me to go ahead and do X, Y, Z, and then come back to that, then that's how I'm gonna write my story.
That's my process.
That's different. You know, I say that's just my business. That's my business.
Listen, I learned from reading. I think it was maybe what was it? Steve Harvey. Something Steve Harvey posted that when they do film movies, most of the time they film the end before the beginning. Okay.
I'm class. You know, I'm doing it now.
Yeah.
They said, "Princess, you need to know where you got to go.
Where you going?
Yourself there." That's what they say.
That's why I love Jeremiah 29:11. "I know the thoughts and plans I have for you," said the Lord, "good and not of evil, to give you an expected end." But guess what? You gotta know what end you are expecting. What are you expecting your end to look like? Yeah. And if you're not working every day towards getting to that expected end, then you are wasting your time. it's time for you to be more accountable and guard your time a little wisely. Don't waste your time, because time is precious, time is valuable, and once it's gone, you'll never get it back. You'll never get it back.
That's it. That's it. I'm telling you. That's it. I really wish, and I pray to God. Like, I see some of you saying that you're really being helped tonight. I pray to God that some strongholds are broken.
Yes.
Something will just shake on the inside of you, just shake you out of every thought that somebody else put in your mind, or whatever. Like, I pray that you'll just run and see what the end is going to be like. Because when I tell you that there are so many people, like I saw, and this is no credit to me, God showed me Reverend Felica being an author before Reverend Felica put a book together. And I said, okay, God. I ended up leaving North Carolina when I got back, because God showed this to me before, when she said to me, free to be me. See, I didn't have all the skills. I'm going to help somebody tonight. I didn't have all the skills that I got until after I left. But then when I came back, God said, now I'm going to use you to help her birth what it is that I showed you. See, that's why you got to connect with people who can see the good in you, even when you don't see that yet, even when you don't believe that yet. Like, even for the radio show, I see Reverend Felica doing a TV show. So I be like, hey, how we get her on to this right here? Or how do you, that's what you want. You want
I wouldn't have been on social media if it wasn't for her. Everything. She started my Instagram page, my Facebook page, both of them, YouTube channel, all that stuff. How long ago was that? Oh, probably 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
So all this stuff that people are doing now, I had it back then, but I was like, I ain't got time for doing all that. I'm trying to raise my kids. But she had already set me up for this. And I had no idea what I was going to be doing with this stuff.
And people will think, though, Reverend Felica, they will think you can't be yourself because helping somebody else. You get what I'm saying? You can. I can't be myself because I don't want. I was like, Lord, I see what you're saying. I am, if you're listening, y'all already know, I am the type of person where I'm more of a midwife for projects and stuff like that, right? So while I have my own desires to do this talk show, this stuff, right? I still get visions of people. So I don't help everybody, right, Felica?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I don't help everybody. Everybody can't get help. Because what I understand is that only certain people will receive me. You know why God placed that in me from Reverend Felica, and that's why we're doing this show tonight, is because she birthed something in me by stirring up my gifts. Then I came back and birthed something out of her. Y'all see how God works? Like, he'll push you.
He put some matches. Look, that flame, he put some matches to it. It just kept going and going.
Where's your podcast, Reverend Felica? Where is your this, Reverend Felica? Come on now. And then I'm telling y'all, so that's why we're tonight wanting you to get to know who you are. That we won't have competition if we get to know who we are. We won't have all this crabs in a pot mentality if you get to know who you are. Free to Be Me has a whole show. It's a whole show, y'all. But I'm not worried if Stop Lying is gonna be downsized. No, tonight, Free to Be Me and Stop Lying have combined and come together great. Look, I'm trying to show y'all my shirt.
Listen, she didn't know I had a steam my shirt to put on. I was gonna steam my shirt to put on. She was like, I gotta find me a Free to Be Me shirt. I said, oh, I don't steam my shirt.
Look, done call and mad about it. I was like, I'm ready. Sure, well, I want my new one. Let me tell you, tonight I want to use Sha for an example because First Lady and I both know her. Okay. Sha has an anointing on her life. I want to help somebody through this example. Sha has an anointing on her life. But she said something about people telling her something. And y'all see how quickly somebody who is anointed can be disturbed by something that somebody says. So Reverend Felica was saying that. Reverend Felica, do you agree that we're going to always have somebody saying something?
Listen, you're going to have critics, from the day to the day you die.
Amen.
But listen, every brick they throw at you, as that quote says, you step on each brick and you keep piling them and you keep stepping on them and you just keep doing what you do. Because they show you that you're on the right track. Yeah. So you on the right track, boo. Oh yeah. Keep singing, honey. You're on the right track.
And then people, I'm telling you, that right there, that I think that's been my problem, Rafleeka, people. So I don't know what else somebody could use not to be free. But Dr. Rochelle said this is good. Yeah. I don't know what has stopped y'all. Some of y'all list, if we didn't list what causes people not to be free, y'all put it on there. So that way we can add it. Rafleeka is getting ready to do a book called You're Free Now What?
Yes. You're free now what? Oh, let me tell you. And it's gonna be some stuff that you gotta walk through. You have to walk through it. Nobody else can walk through this with you. You're gonna have to walk through it. You're gonna have to take some time to for introspection. Yeah. Another thing, I think it was Dr. Pia that sent me at the first night after our first Free to Be Me virtual book club that we do every month. She sent me a message, one of my sorority sisters, and was like, this is a retreat. This is a retreat. When you come in with your book and your workbook and we get together and we're going to walk through this freedom and you have sisters alongside of you. You know, some people may want to go through it by themselves, but there will be a retreat. There will be a Free to Be Me retreat. Yeah. You down, but you will walk out free. You will walk out free. So it's coming. It's coming. And so it'll be more than a series of just writing those things and walking through those activities by yourself. If you so choose, you can link arms with other women that see where you're going and want to go in the same place so that we all can link arms and get there together. Because you don't have to do it by yourself. I learned that you don't have to do it by yourself.
Linking up, and then people who are April said free to be me. People who are pushing to be free understand that there's some changes going to be in both of you, like both, whatever the group is. Some people who are trying to be free, because what I realize is the more, like, First Lady is, she, let me tell y'all, she come with it with the clothes, she come with it with the hair, she come on with it, right? As a single mother,
I knew how to do it.
Look, as a single mother, I was so stuck in my ways of budgeting and thinking I could never get my hair done and I can never go get my nails done and never get this or whatever. I actually had to go through a period of time in my life where I recalibrated.
That's good.
Yeah, I had to do something different in my brain, because at one point I didn't have the money to do the stuff. It didn't mean that I didn't like to do the stuff, right? And even though it wasn't about that, it's just things I wanted to do. But I was so used to doing the stuff myself. So when I got here and I would see First Lady, I was like, oh, if we gonna hang with First Lady, we got to be like ready. Like, you want to be, I'm telling you. You want to be
a thrift shopper.
I pull out the good though.
Yeah.
You want to be with people who be like, girl, we can't keep going to the store like that now. Come on. Like, we want to, get yourself together. Only reason why I'm saying that to you is because we have entrepreneurs in the room. We have authors in the room. We have people who are, we have CD. Look, we have the sisters in the room.
Yeah.
So when you have sisters in the room and when you have these groups and stuff, we want to go out and represent God the way that God will have us to represent. I'm just telling y'all. So we want to be around people that, that look out or whatever. Let me tell you, I asked Reverend Felica for a t-shirt. She ain't just give me no t-shirt. Hold on. Let me show y'all. She ain't just give me no t-shirt. She gave me, y'all see it? My lap. I know we got to have that. Okay. Then the thing, I got my book. Like, she didn't just put in, and then let me tell you, and I don't have the box downstairs. She didn't just give me the stuff and be like, here you go, princess. She put that thing in a nice box that says live, or whatever. It's all about, say it again.
Live for today.
That's what I'm talking about. When I tell y'all that those are the type of things that make Reverend Felicia who she is, and she doesn't. I remember. I'm telling you, when I was here before, every time she did something, it was unique. Every time she did something, gave somebody something. She didn't just want to give you something in the envelope. She wanted it to be something nice. And so I said, Lord, that's helping me. Look, that is helping me, because she did not. Do not come in here with that right there.
I remember we had annual conference and everybody's like, "Oh, they getting gift cards. Just put them in an envelope." Oh, it's got to be pretty.
Yes.
And this one right here talking about, First Lady, can you just put it in an envelope? They don't care, but I care.
What makes you unique, and that's what I'm talking about. When you find yourself, like Dr. Rochelle said, presentation, that's what you want. You want somebody who cares about you and put some thought into your stuff. Free to Be Me is like a whole bunch of people are watching. So when they watch, I'm like, Reverend Felicia, you need this. Reverend Felicia, don't just do a bookmark. You know what I'm saying? Reverend Felicia, don't just do this, do that. Add to it. That's what we want. You want to link up with people that help you to be the best you that you can be, not halfway.
This one right here is the midwife. She is definitely a midwife. I'm telling y'all. I can't even describe it. Now, some of the assignments that she gave me, I was like, Lord, it's gonna take me forever. But once I start going down my checklist, I was like, oh, that's cool. I got this. Okay. And I'm like, I'm done.
Do it. Yes. Okay,
so the next step. Well, give me about 3 of them at once this time, so I could just get it all in.
That's it. I'm telling you, I want to see so much for so many people, but like I said, I can't help everybody because my nerve now. I have fire. It's a couple of people on my live right now that I just cut you off. And I did.
I'm about to fall out the chair. I gotta get this book.
This is because I'm free to be me. This is all because I am free to be me.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I was like, I don't have time for this. I'm trying to go to school. I'm trying, you know what I'm saying? I got stuff I got to do. And for the first time in my life, well, for the past few years, I'm doing what I love to do. Mm-hmm. I'm doing what I love to do. So I can't let y'all interfere with that no more. You know what I'm saying? Like I already put all that out. You know what I'm saying? I already put all that.
Let's talk a little bit about burning bridges right here. Okay. Now, this book, when I got this book, I'm telling y'all, when this book was delivered to me, I picked up the book, right? When I started reading the book, I could not get up until I think it was chapter 12. And, I didn't even want to put it down when I got to chapter 12, but, I had to use bathroom because I've been drinking coffee. I'm a coffee drinker while I was reading the book. But it was so intriguing, okay, that I couldn't put it down, right? So I took a break and I ate and went to the facilities and I picked it back up and I didn't go to sleep until it was done. You got to get it. Like you got to get this Burning Bridges. And do they know the story about you putting this Burning Bridges down?
Look, I put it down. That's what I'm telling y'all. Listening to people. Listening to people. Look, Tamika said I didn't want to put it down either. Listen, I know. I'll tell you something else. Reverend Felicia has a book club that she does online to go with Free to Be Me. Reverend Felicia, can you tell them how to join? Now, I think she's combined it with the Free to Be Me Felicia page, right?
Yeah, it's on the Free to Be Felicia page. Well, I was gonna. Yeah, I'll have to send you the link to put it on your page. With the we do it virtually on Zoom. We do it on Zoom once a month. And
you want to be a part of it because they're breaking it down.
Say it again.
I said they want to be a part of that because y'all are breaking it down over there.
Oh yeah. Listen, Free to Be Me Virtual Book Club is amazing. It's on Zoom. You can just pop on with us. And we're going through each chapter, talking about each chapter in depth. And it's so enlightening and encouraging and inspiring and uplifting for everybody that's on. So if you're free, It's going to be on the Free to Be Felicity page for our next meeting. And please, please, please come. God is doing some new things. And
Yes.
I wouldn't even be on this live thing if it weren't for Princess, because I was like, I don't do lives like that.
Yes.
I don't want to. And I was like, no. And she was like, okay, so why? And I was like, because I got stuck
I
again.
have a good excuse. If you come up here with me, you gotta have something that makes some sense.
I got stuck, right? I got stuck again. And she was like, okay, so when you ready, then you're gonna do what I'm telling you to do. But I was like, do I hear her in my brain? So I said, you know what? If I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it just straight out. I don't even think I combed my hair that day. Makeup. And listen, when it ain't nothing on this face, y'all, I look about white as this cup, but it is what it is. So I did it, right? And I was like, that wasn't so bad. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Flaws and all, bags under my eyes.
We need real people. We need to hear from people who are real. Like, True Feels Hurt. I don't have everybody can't follow True Feels Hurt, because there are days when we have to swallow pills and put on big girl panties and big bra draws, and we just have to deal with the truth. And we acting up, we being ugly, you acting nasty, you call yourself a child of God. Like, we have to deal with us. We manage ourselves.
That's good.
So in order to manage yourself, you need to know who you are. You need to know who you are, so you can say, okay, Princess, this is your personality. You know what I'm saying? So you need to make some adjustments to your personality. You know what I'm saying?
There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to feel ashamed when you recognize that you have to make adjustments. Personality and adjustments to your attitude. We all need an attitude adjustment sometimes. We really do. And if we think we don't, that's our first problem. Problem one. Yeah, because sometimes we don't think so. Sometimes we don't think so. But you have to address it and move forward to grow. You know why? I always say this when I talk to women. I always say this, in our encouragement sessions and our book clubs and wives only and all that. But the thing of the matter is, if you're not willing to put the work in, why should anybody else invest their time in you?
Look, my grandma used to say, she said, you don't like being with you. Why you want to think somebody else wants to be with you? That was like, that's my quote. She said, you don't like being with you. So why do you think somebody else want to be with you? And so I'm telling you, even in my marriage, I have found that I am finally myself. When we first got married, y'all saw the other show with Reggie and I, when he said he was trying to make me be him. And it was funny because I met Reverend Felica right after I got married. So it was like a tug of war going on. So whenever you decide that you want to become you, you're going to have some challenges. Trust me, they're going to come. They're going to try to talk you out of your healing or your deliverance. And so even though my husband meant no harm, he told y'all that, he just thought it's better to kind of mold and make Princess. Well, he had met me at the wrong time, because Reverend Felica said, be free to you. And I said, oh, wait a minute. So then I'm over here like, you ain't going to be telling me, like, you ain't, wait a minute.
I ain't say do that. I did not say that. But it's funny you brought that up, though, because on our Wives Only page, I just posted today, you don't need the mask on at home, queens. The best marital relationships are formed when the masks come off.
Yes.
When they come off. Because we talked about that last Saturday, putting the best foot forward. Yeah, we did that when there was like, men, they always put their best foot forward. Then we really see what we got afterwards. But guess what? I said, we do that too.
Yeah.
We do that too. My husband didn't know that, how my hair looked after it was washed, because he didn't see me unless I was right. Y'all know we put our best foot forward. Right?
We're here for it.
Yeah. We put our best foot forward. But then, we get married. Like, you're not gonna walk around with your hair on fleek all the time. You're not gonna.
I was the opposite, because I had been hurt so much. I said, Reggie gonna get ugly. He gonna just get ugly. I'm just not gonna comb my hair. Stop by here by surprise if you want to. Like, I need to know you really love me. Like, I've already had, you know what I'm saying, all this extra. So fixing up. So I really, when we started dating, I was like, my daughter said, Mama, he gonna be here in a few minutes. I said, I know it. She was like, you're not gonna put on like something different. And I'm like, I'll put it on when he get here. Let's see how he look, sticking up like this. And I'm real good at changing myself in about 15 minutes. I'm real good at that. Okay, I didn't have any more questions. Hold on. Okay. So this has been very encouraging. Most of them have said, y'all, hey Tay, I want Reverend Felica, tell us how to follow you. Reverend Felica has a podcast. I'm telling you, you want to get in wherever you can fit in. You never know when you're going to need this word, especially if you're getting ready to try to embrace. If you're not married yet, let me say this. Go ahead now and do what we're talking about. Okay? Go ahead now.
Yeah, do that now.
Now, right now.
Okay. And that's going to help. That's going to help you in your marriage, and that's going to help that man.
Start this process right now, okay? Guess what? I'm telling you, truth is hurt. Some of y'all will have another level of blessings if you go and get to where you're supposed to be. Like,
that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. You won't be having to keep starting on step one. The Lord will move you as you move and get to know who you are. That's what I try to tell my daughter.
Yep, he sure will. And and in doing so, you're gonna reap a tremendous blessing.
Yes.
Tremendous blessing. I'm telling you. One of the members asking me for the info so they could share it. But yeah, okay. I appreciate you asking me to come on and have this conversation. I've enjoyed the conversation. It's been awesome. And I pray God continues to use you to birth so many other things that he has in store for you in the kingdom. When you were here before, writing plays and all that, they're good. But we see movies. We're beyond plays. We see TV shows. We see movies.
I was crying about that. I was like, Lord, you told me I could come back and do a play, and then the coronavirus. I was doing all that. I'm done.
You know what he said? I'm trying to spring you forward.
Because guess what? I promise you, I got a phone call today, and they were like, Princess, we want you to submit something and y'all gonna hear about it soon. That's all I can tell you. God he's elevating us. He's elevating us. And so even today, one of the ladies said Burning Bridges should be a movie. I said, my first lady told me that. Some other people have stepped out and told me that about Burning Bridges. And then the next book that the Lord has given me to come out, y'all just don't know. It's some great things. If you, right quick, before Reverend Felica gives you all of her contacts, okay, I am having a class on Thursday. I cannot help everybody. So Thursday night, I am doing a go-to meeting. Did I decide go-to meeting? Hold on, y'all. Go-to meeting class to assist some of you with getting your book out. I can't do individual anymore because I have some deadlines that are unbelievable. I have 3 80,000 word books that need to be out by September. So I don't have that kind of time. So Thursday night, if you know somebody, tell them to call in. It is free. I don't know anything else. I don't know why y'all scared of free or like y'all feel like
free.
Yeah, I don't know. But that's something y'all got to deal with. If you want to just bless me, I'll give you my cash app. It is what it is, but it's free. So if you're trying to get your book out or whatever, and you really want to get it done, I'm not going to play games with you. I'm going to tell you the truth. And whatever, you can join me. You do have to email flipping books and stuff at gmail.com. Okay, Reverend Felica, please give us all your contact information before we hang up.
Okay. Free to be, that's FREE.
I type it.
Okay. Free to be space Felica T. Also Rev Felica R. Thompson. That's Facebook. Rev Felica T on Instagram and Twitter. And the podcast is podcast.com/free-to-be-me. There you have it. You can get your book from Amazon and a bunch of different places. That's listed on my Facebook page. I appreciate you having me on the show. Podcasts are being upload it every week. I'm just getting started with that, so bear with me. But there's some good stuff up there now. The first 2 chapters, I get some excerpts of my book up there first, and then some different conversations about what's going on in our nation and the climate of racism and things that are we all are experiencing and having to have conversations with our children. I have some different conversations with mothers and fathers. Stop lying, hashtag truth heals hurt. PG, she'll be up there soon. And so we've been just really having some different conversations that are not easy to have. So that's it. And the Free to Be Me retreat is going to be coming up soon. It's called Set Yourself Free Retreat. Set yourself free.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. We're gonna hang up. If you missed the show, you're just joining in, I'm going to move it. It will be on Instagram TV. It's going to be on the Truth Heals Hurt page. It's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be wherever I can put it. Period. And then I will try to send the link over there to First Lady, so that she'll have it for her podcast.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So that's it, y'all. Y'all have a blessed night. Hopefully you'll take this journey and enjoy. Bye.
Bye-bye.